Holy mackerels.
That's a big fish.
Welcome to the Wobbly Toddler Podcast.
A show about life. That's Ryan.
That's the amazing Paige.
Oh my gosh, you said you wouldn't do that.
And I lied.
Anyway.
Welcome to episode
17.5.
Yep.
This is a toddler-sized episode, guys. It's a mini-sode.
Yep.
And the reason we're going to do that is because we can.
Welcome to our podcast.
Right. Take a seat. No, pretty much we just thought every once in a while we got to throw ourselves a bone and life gets really crazy and busy. Ryan started lacrosse season with his high school boys, and so he's gone every weeknight, and we're both working, and we're crazy. I'm over here, I can barely talk, so we're doing a mini-sode.
I'm actually losing my voice.
For real? He had his first game yesterday?
Yesterday. Yeah, so I'm losing my voice. It's really hard. It cracked like 4 or 5 times today at practice, and I definitely got some, they were about to make fun of me looks from some of the kids, and I shot them I call it the mom stare. Paige just perfected it. So it's called the mom stare, where you give them the look of, you better not say anything, or you guys are on the goal line.
Oh my gosh.
So, but yeah.
I mean, next week will be like a regular episode. It'll be episode 18, and we'll kind of jump off of last week's episode. But this week, we're just going to do a mini-sode. So, let's dive into it, right?
So, for the mini-sode, we're going to do Ryan's Corner.
Yeah, of
Keep
course
it nice
we
and
are.
simple.
Of course we are.
So, real quick here, we're going to play some Would You Rather with some new Would You Rather questions.
When did we play Would You Rather last?
Oh my gosh, it's been like 3 or 4 weeks.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
You know what I really would have liked?
Go ahead.
I want those articles.
They're coming. They're
I've
definitely
been asking
coming.
for them like every week.
They're fun.
I want more squirrels on fences with knives.
Which is crazy. I feel like it's such a great segment, but it takes a while for me to find those.
I know. And like we just said, the reason we're doing this is because time is a thief.
I'll try to steal some hours this weekend and do it.
All right, would you rather?
So would you rather? So first and foremost, to start this all off, would you rather give up all drinks except for water, or give up anything that's cooked with an oven?
Whoa.
So only drink water, but have all of your food choices, or have anything that's cooked in
an oven.
Yeah. Or
you know what? I will give up the cooked in an oven because you can make almost everything in an oven on the stove.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you can make lasagna in a skillet.
You could bake a cake in a skillet.
Yeah, you can.
It has to be a different cake, but you can make it.
So I'm going to say give up the oven because I love water. That's pretty much all I drink in the first place. And then you add in wine and beer and ahas.
Yeah.
Like me some ahas. Although my girlfriend today told me that she was drinking ahas like every day, and she would have a couple, and now her stomach hurts because of the carbonation. So she's like, just watch out how much. And I was like, thanks for letting me know so I don't have to go through that.
Yeah, I could see that being a thing. I should look into that more. 'Cause I drink a lot of those at work. All right, piggyback question.
Okay.
Would you rather give up, for the rest of your life, all your hot foods or all cold foods?
Cold.
And I mean cold foods. So your anything that's in a fridge, anything that's that's cooked.
What?
Yeah, so
any cold food, like potato salad, things like that.
Yep.
Or anything that's hot.
So like that.
Like wings and pizza.
Yeah.
And pastas and everything, omelets, bacon.
Yeah.
I would rather give up cold foods. Are you kidding me?
I'd definitely give up hot food so I could still eat
ice cream. I knew you were going to say that. You were setting yourself up for that.
Well, I always read them, And I think, all right, how would I answer this? And then I'm like, but that doesn't matter. Then I think, how would Paige answer this? And then I'm like, all right, now I got to really think because she's going to try to beat it somehow. So I got to figure out what the loophole is. And there's so many that I put on here, and then I go back through it again, and I'm like, nope, she's going to think that's stupid. She's going to think
I'm
that's
too
stupid.
smart for would you rather.
You are sometimes. There's a few of them I'm like, wow, I feel so smart answering these. And I'm like, that's what Paige would do. All right, this is a good one. Would you rather suddenly be elected as a senator, okay, or suddenly become CEO of a major company? In both situations, your knowledge is it currently is. You don't instantly know or know anything about the job or how to do it or whatever company.
Okay, so whether you're a senator or a CEO, it's not like I would be a CEO of an organization I would understand. You're saying I would be like an engineer CEO.
Well, it's a major CEO, so you could technically be the CEO of like United Way.
Okay.
Which you know that.
Yes. Okay.
But you have to be a CEO.
Being in politics makes me want to throw up.
But you have now the opportunity to possibly make some change in the world.
I'd really like to see the benefits of each of these. What are my benefit package?
Typically for a CEO, you're making, close to 7 figures.
What's the workload? Like, how many hours a week?
For a senator, you're making a lot less. A senator, I think both of them are working mostly a little bit more than your 9 to 5.
I don't think so.
I think you have a little bit more freedom with the CEO job. Like, you could take, like, a week off, and by a week off, it means that you're not in the office. You still have to answer problems, but you could go on, like, a vacation in Maui and work 2 hours a day.
Do senators truly work every single day of the week? I mean, really,
not
let's
every
talk
day,
about this.
but
they're
really always work? A senator. That's what the difference part is.
For the rest of their lives?
No. Just during your term.
But the term can last...
Pretty sure senators can be only...
Who am I thinking? What?
You're thinking of a representative.
Yes, I am.
Representatives, I'm pretty sure they can be re-voted over and over again forever.
I really need to freshen up my political terms. I like when someone talks to me about it, I get it. But then if someone starts to get technical, like I'm trying to do right now, I really realize how little I am aware.
Actually, I'm thinking about it. I think both senators and House representatives can rerun over and over again.
Isn't that why there's like 80-year-olds in there? And they don't have to pay taxes, right?
They do get special privileges like that, yeah.
They don't have to pay taxes. Their retirement package is like...
It's government-based, so it's pretty nice.
Compared to like a CEO, like if your company goes down, you're screwed.
Correct. If you run into the ground, you're done.
So unless, zombies apocalypse become a real thing, you might be set more as a senator. But then you're dealing with politics.
Yeah, you have to work with other politicians.
If I was in that role, the reason that I can't get into politics is because I get so frustrated about it.
True.
But I feel like I'd be good at it.
I feel like you'd be fantastic at politics.
I think I would be a senator.
I think you would be too.
Okay.
I think that you would. You could run a company extremely well, but I think that your impact as a senator would be exponentially different.
That's the hope, isn't it?
Well, yeah.
Better humanity.
Paige for Senate.
Oh, God.
2022.
Please don't.
Someone nominate her. All right.
I'll be like that Kanye vote someone throws out. Right in.
Yeah, right. Spider-Man gets I think someone says Spider-Man gets 1 or 2% of votes every year.
That makes me smile.
I remember reading that statistic when I was in high school.
I like that statistic. If that's true, that makes me happy.
Or is it Superman? One of the superheroes gets a bunch of write-ins. So, all right. This next one is: would you rather be a reverse centaur or a reverse mermaid?
Ew, why would you want to be a reverse mermaid? That's a stupid question.
But a reverse centaur, so you're a human body with a horse head.
Oh, at least you could still eat. If you're a reverse mermaid, you have feet and a fin. Wait,
you have a fish head, but then you have arms and legs.
No.
Yes.
I'm thinking...
So from your waist up, you're a fish. So you have flippers, and you have a fish mouth, and then you have legs.
But you have human legs.
But then as a centaur...
Shark's gonna come get that right away. But as a centaur, you have a horse head.
A horse head, and then
You couldn't even function with that. At least in the water, you're like, the water compensates your buoyancy. You're buoyant. Like, how buoyant you are? What am I trying to say? Yeah, because, okay, so like on land,
let's assume
if you have a head the size of a horse and the human body, you're gonna be like falling all the time. You're not gonna be able to support yourself. You're gonna have back problems. You're gonna have all the problems. If you're a fish, you can go in the water.
You may look stupid, but
the water will help you.
I'm gonna say that
I'm a reverse mermaid just because the horse head is not gonna go.
But you're stuck in the water because you can only breathe.
But it doesn't matter. Human legs, they don't care. They'll be eaten by sharks eventually. It's fine. Neither one of those species are making it.
You are destined for failure.
What about you, Ryan?
I guess I would pick the reverse centaur because I think I have a longer chance at living than being a head.
Can you imagine, like, I wonder if you have a horse brain or a human brain. Because you imagine if you had a horse head and you craved grass all the time, but your brain was human and you were like, don't eat that grass. I have to eat that grass. You know what I mean? Well, there's some dandelions over there.
Do you think horses struggle with that on a daily basis?
I don't know.
You don't need another bite. I need another bite.
I guess I did read somewhere that, like, I don't know if this is, I might be mixing up my facts, but I think I read somewhere that, like, horses don't have, like, the I'm full thing. Ooh. So, like, they'll continue to eat just to eat. Where, like, cows will graze and they have 4 stomachs, or so I've been told. So that when they're, like, moving through their stomach, it takes a lot longer, so they'll, like, stop grazing. Like, they might be chewing on stuff, but horses will actually continue to eat.
I definitely feel like I've read something similar, but you're right. I
don't know if
tell
those.
If it's
yeah,
for a
I'm
horse
like,
or something else.
Sorry if this is a bad fact, guys.
All right. Would you rather your only
what?
Would you rather your only mode of transportation be a donkey or a giraffe? One is practical, but one is BA. Very impractical. Giraffe is a very impractical mode of transportation.
Not really. It's not like I can take my giraffe inside or my donkey inside. They both have to stay outside.
I just feel like a giraffe is a lot more inconvenient to
and
find
my giraffe would be
trained.
My giraffe would be trained to like you know, when I get there, I'll be like, okay, and he'd put down his neck, and I'd be like, slide, you know, slide down.
Can they do that?
I don't know. They're strong. They probably could. They fight with their necks.
I know
they could probably definitely support.
But do they go that low?
Yes, they can eat off the ground. What are you talking about?
I've never seen it before.
Oh gosh.
When we went to the zoo, I don't remember. They never did it in front of me.
Yeah, they can eat off the ground. I would go with a giraffe.
I just feel like that now you have a housing problem.
The only, you know,
your barn's gotta be a little bit bigger.
Yeah, I mean, donkeys have obviously been used as modes of transportation. They're pack mules. There's a lot of benefits to them. But like, imagine the strength of a donkey like multiplied. I could just live on my giraffe.
What if you had to train the animal also?
That's not part of the would you rather.
But I'm gonna add it now.
No, you're not.
Fine. You don't like my fun conversation. Okay.
Leave it up for interpretation.
Would you rather only be able to use a fork, no spoons, so a fork forever, or only spoons with no forks? So knives are still eligible during both situations.
The biggest problem I have with that is soup,
which you can just drink.
Oh, well, some soups are like have pieces in them. Then I could use my fork, but that would not be really like a soup then. I really like soup, but I like to eat with a fork. And specifically, like, not the forks with the really long...
You like sporks?
No, they're not sporks. They're like small forks. They're like, what are they called? Dessert forks?
Oh, yeah. You like... Yeah, so there's the 2 different size forks.
So I would like to say I would like to use the dessert fork.
I think that's the salad fork.
I don't really know. I never took an etiquette class.
Pretty confident it's the salad fork.
You did.
I did, and I'm pretty confident it's the salad fork.
Okay.
Because the dessert utensil is a spoon. You are given a spoon for pie, for souffle.
You know what I've been craving for weeks, months?
Ice cream.
I'm not you.
I know.
Are you gonna take a real guess or no?
Cheesecake.
What kind of cheesecake?
Turtle cheesecake.
I want it so badly.
It does. It honestly, so like those. It does sound like a thing that you need in your life lately.
I do.
Yeah.
Need turtle cheesecake in my life, but it needs to be like
good turtle cheesecake.
I can't remember like when I was a teenager, my grandma and I used to eat this specific turtle cheesecake together, and it was the best turtle cheesecake I've ever had in my life. And I cannot remember where it's from.
Probably from the Cheesecake Factory.
It's not. It's not. It's not. It's so good.
Yeah, we'll have to figure that out.
Yeah, you should figure that out, Ryan. My grandma won't remember either.
Hey, Ryan.
She'll be like, what is Paige talking about?
We never ate cheesecake.
Yes, you did. Grandma.
I don't even like cheesecake.
She used to bring them home and split it with me.
Aww.
I know.
All right. So, would you rather use a fork? Are you going with the fork?
A dessert-sized fork.
You're going with the fork?
Yeah.
Okay. I definitely would go with the fork as well.
Okay.
Because I think you can eat
I feel like it would
anything with a fork.
It would feel weird to eat steak with a spoon.
Exactly. You cannot
just
cut
ruin
food with a spoon and knife.
Here, let's combine two that we talked about earlier. I want the hot dishes. Eating a lot of hot dishes with a spoon just feels wrong.
Yeah.
It ruins it.
Yeah. Agreed.
Well, you're over here eating ice cream with a fork now, so that's on you.
Totally reasonable. However it gets in my body, gets in my
Yikes.
body. You can eat it on a cone. I don't need a fork.
Oh, that's fair.
Would you count an ice scooper as a spoon, though?
I was just going to say, but how would they get it in the cone?
Ice cream scoop considered a spoon. I'd be interested to see that argument. All right, so the next one is, would you rather have all dogs try to attack you when they see you, or all birds attack you when they see you?
Those are horrible. It's a scary question.
I thought it was a very hard one.
I'm going to say dogs. Birds, you don't know where those things are.
They are much smaller. I feel like they're easier.
Have you ever seen those? Not all birds are small.
Well, true. But you can
Not
avoid
all
geese
birds
and
are
swans. You can avoid them.
Okay, have you ever seen videos of birds attacking people out of nowhere?
Yeah.
They could be sitting on a roof and you're walking the streets and all of a sudden one sees you. A lot of dogs are going to be on a leash or behind a fence, or if you know that you are cursed with this,
right.
You can tell your friends to put their dogs away and they'd be like, no, my dog is super friendly. Be like, listen,
I was playing this
game. They won't
game.
be to me. I'm going to say I'd rather have dogs because I could learn / maneuver something to protect myself. I don't want to walk around with a helmet 24/7 because some birds are going to... You know?
Yeah.
I'm afraid of birds, man. I love birds, by the way. I think when I'm old, I want...
To be a bird watcher?
Yeah.
And then we're going to have to get the books and learn all the different birds.
My great-grandparents have the books, Ryan.
Then, yeah, we just got to get in the zone.
I got some years.
Okay. All right.
What did you say? You didn't choose one. You're trying to get out of it.
I feel like you got to do the dogs because you're right. It's more practical and it's much easier to avoid. But if one is loose, you got to be prepared for a dog.
Either you got to be prepared for a bird.
Like a tennis racket can take out a bird.
An eagle can take a dog out of its yard.
What's the likelihood that an eagle's gonna see you? Because even though it's flying over you, it may not look at you.
All right, that's very optimistic.
Yes, it is.
They see all.
They do see all. They have incredible eyesight. Would you rather? Okay, it's funny. Would you rather there be a perpetual water balloon war or food fight in your city or town? So anytime you're in your city or town, you are at risk to being hit with a water balloon or with food at any given moment. And I will also add that there's no pollution. So anything that hits the ground just disappears. So there's no little balloon fragments all over the place or food laying everywhere. It just goes away.
Nice catch. Okay.
Because we care about the environment.
I'm going to say food. I don't know. If I have to go to a job interview, let's say I'm going to a job interview and I get hit with water as a girl, I like to have makeup on. I like to have my hair curled. I like to look nice. Water's gonna destroy that. Food, if they hit me with something, I might be able to use it in my hair. It might work. I might just smell a little weird. Also, I could have a change of clothes 24/7. Actually, is this in the winter time or the summertime? Because I'm
year-round.
Year-round. Because, like, water in the winter, it could freeze on you. But then water in the summer, refreshing. You know?
They do have their perks.
I don't know.
I think I'd go with the water. The water balloons.
Cleaner, less smelly.
Cleaner, less smelly. I can bring a towel everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
I can bring extra shirt if I got to.
I think I actually am going to change it and say water as well. Other than the makeup part, that would really, really stink.
The downside is that you gotta, like, work out of town. You can't work in your own town.
Yeah.
So you have to have a job in a neighboring town.
Done.
And then shopping. You have to do all your shopping in the town.
Also done. I mean, let's talk about our town. There's nothing here.
You just can't go on walks in your own town or park nearby.
I mean...
So you have to go town over, which also you could do.
imagine the
In our
kids?
area, you could do.
Well, it's nice to leave the house with the kids and just
walk down
in
the street.
a stroller, yeah.
Yeah.
But we could, walk to the water park and we're just gearing up.
Yeah, this is the pre-water before the big water. Could you imagine how busy that water park would be if there was a perpetual water balloon fight going on? Like, that would be like the hot spot.
Yeah.
I can get so many people
It already
here.
is a pretty hopping place.
It is. Would you rather become twice as strong when both your fingers are stuck in your ears, or crawl twice as fast as you can run?
That would look so scary.
Yes.
Crawl twice as fast as I can run?
Yeah, but you have to be on all fours. So you got to do the whole galloping.
But have my fingers in my ears
But
for
every
no
time
reason?
you put your fingers in your ears, you're twice as strong.
Crawl. You have to keep your fingers in your ears to keep your strength. That's silly.
But I feel like you could still do a lot. Like, I could move furniture like this. Yeah. Because you could, like, loop
Put
up...
your elbows together with your hands, with your fingers in your ear.
Put
your fingers in your ear, put your elbows together.
What furniture is the size of this 5-inch gap right here?
Put your fingers in the...
They're in there.
Touch your elbows. Okay.
So
I really want to know if you guys are trying this at home.
Right? You look just as silly as me.
Yeah.
But I feel like you could still like have you seen those straps where you put them under the furniture?
Yeah.
And then you use your arms?
Yeah.
I could do that with this, and then there, boom, me and somebody else is moving something.
What's the point? What else are you?
No, definitely crawling super fast would be cool.
It reminds me, there was this guy one time on America's Got Talent who does like creepy. He's like ambidextrous all over his body, so he does like really scary.
A contortionist?
Yeah, but he's like extreme contortionist.
Do you know what ambidextrous means?
Oh my gosh. He can extremely write well with his left and right hand.
He can use his right and left hand.
And this is why it's a short episode tonight. Well. Oh my gosh. Well, yes, he's a contortionist and he's so scary. And thinking about someone crawling as fast as they can run reminds me of him.
Oh, okay.
Just because about
just that
creepy
how
it
that
would
would look.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure he got a job on one of my favorite TV shows after that.
And probably a bunch of horror movies.
Oh, probably. Dude was
scary good.
Great at it.
Terrifying.
Yeah, he did a great job. Alright. Would you rather eat a sandwich made from 4 ingredients in your fridge, chosen at random? So our current fridge, chosen at random. Or a sandwich made by a group of your friends from 4 ingredients in the fridge? So they get to choose it together as a group.
I feel like my friends would be nice to me.
Or 4 random ones. I'm going to include family in there as well. So like your
brother.
brother.
Like my family would be nice to me because they don't want the wrath, you know?
That's true. Specifically
also,
your family.
I would be taking care of them, you know? They might throw one ingredient in there that's not that great, but I also have a sandwich literally in the fridge right now.
So that's one ingredient, is that sandwich. And then they put ketchup on it, and I'm trying to think of what would go bad on that in our fridge right now. There's very limited options. Salad dressing?
Yeah, I mean, there's like peppers and...
I think that... I agree that if it's
cucumber.
your friends or your family, you're in the clear there.
They might throw in one ingredient that's not that good.
And it would be like a B tier ingredient. So instead of like there's the A, the B, and the C's, they'd be like 3 A's and a B.
They're like, instead of mayo, Dijon.
But if you take 4 or 5 of my friends and put them in a room, I'm getting all the F-class ingredients in that sandwich.
Yeah, you are.
If you put my
The
brothers...
old cucumber.
My brothers that are in there, easily they're picking the 4 worst ingredients.
Probably minced garlic. You'd probably get like minced
2
garlic.
scoops of minced garlic.
Ew.
A stick of butter.
Ugh.
It's not
Probably
even
a raw egg.
a raw egg.
Yeah.
No, wait. I used the last of the eggs this morning.
Did you?
Yeah.
Oh, there's no eggs in there.
But now I'm getting Italian dressing on that.
Oh.
And then the sriracha mayo. The sriracha is spicy. I hate it.
You might come out great.
Yeah, all of a sudden we've invented the best sandwich ever. Would you rather never be able to eat meat ever again?
Start over.
Would you rather never be able to eat meat ever again?
Okay.
Or never eat vegetables ever again?
Meat.
Really?
I literally love vegetables.
I'm aware.
Also, do you know that vegans and vegetarians are a thing? And do you know how many recipes that are out there now that like
Replicate.
Thank you.
No problem.
You should just tell me to start over because
You're good.
clearly can't talk. That replicate, like, they'll make, I saw this recipe for deep fried,
Mushrooms.
no, they took cauliflower
Okay.
and, like, turned it into taste like chicken and went out on the streets and, like, had random people try it and everyone thought it was chicken.
Cool.
So in my mind, I would never get rid of vegetables. I love vegetables so much, it's not even funny.
I didn't know it ran that deep. Because
It runs deep.
Because you're not a vegetarian, nor are you a vegan. But apparently you can be.
I
without
could be.
question.
I could be easily. There was a long time that the only meat that I ate was chicken.
Well, yes. There was a stretch of that.
Well, even in high school,
Yeah.
though. I went a long time without eating any meat.
We'll have to dabble in that a little bit more. Would you rather never be stuck in traffic again or never get a cold again?
Oh. Oof.
And traffic is also going to be, you at any time you are not driving the speed limit, you will be able to drive the speed limit. So that's like anytime.
So I won't be stuck in traffic then because I'm driving the speed limit.
That's what I'm saying, is that like even if you're like following a car that's going like 7 under instead of like stop and go traffic. Like on the highway to like when we're driving up north, there's no like cars that are going 7 under. You're driving full speed all the time. Or you never get a cold again.
How is my immunity then? Like, how do I build up my immunity?
Just other
I
ways.
just never get sick?
You never get
Does
a
the cold, is it like the common cold or is it like I got the flu?
It says you never get another cold. So I'm going to say it's anything that's
Because colds might
just
suck.
a couple days of sickness.
Colds might suck, but they're building up that immunity. Which sucks for me.
that cold.
Can you imagine if I didn't get colds and then I just got sick? I'd be in the ER.
Oh my gosh.
What? I'm gonna say traffic.
Okay.
I can handle the colds. It's fine.
Yeah, it's easily traffic for me. I rarely get colds. So I'm pretty comfortable with that. Would you rather never be able to wear pants or never be able to wear shorts ever again?
Shorts. I like pants way too much.
I had a feeling, and I think I would do the same. Nope, I'd be shorts.
Yeah, I was like, are
I'd be
you
pants.
joking
I'd never wear pants
yourself?
again. I'd never wear pants again if I didn't have to.
Goofball.
And then the last one here. This is one that I wrote myself. Based on one that I read.
You wrote yourself? Okay.
Yeah. Because I read one and I was like, ooh, I kind of like that. I'm going to make it better.
Okay. Oh my gosh.
Would you rather get 4 free round-trip tickets to any international destination year-round? So for 1 year, you get 4 tickets, and that can be used with you or friends.
Do I have to work?
Or family. You automatic.
I get a year off.
No, a
of
year.
Life.
No, every year in your life, you get free.
Every year?
Every year you get 4 free year-round trip tickets. You don't have to pay for that. You only have to pay for lodging and the time off of work.
Oh my gosh, okay.
Okay, but you get 4 tickets. You can use them by yourself 4 different times. You can bring your, like me and the boys.
Yeah.
You can bring just me.
Yeah. Okay, what's the other?
Or you are able to fly domestically anytime for free.
Like in the U.S.?
In the U.S.
I would take the 4 tickets.
Without question?
Without question. You know why? Because there are places all over the world that have odd jobs, and I could work while we live there. All I gotta pay for is lodge for a little bit, food for a little bit. Okay.
Okay, so let's break this down. So you're saying
You could find a full-time job working online doing something.
Yes.
I don't know, affiliated marketing. I don't know.
Sure.
You could do that. That might be enough. We might not even need to worry about it. But if we needed to worry about it, we could, there's alternative routes. There's families that house people. There's, you could work for a shepherd or something. I don't know. I've looked into it a little bit. Not enough because it's not like reality for me.
Okay. Where I'm overly confused is I don't know where this, now we become nomads, has come from. Because you're getting 4 free tickets.
Because that's the life I want to live.
Well, I'm just saying, like,
with
we
my
could
family.
live the same. Okay, I mean that makes sense, I guess.
With my family, I wouldn't. Maybe here and there it would be a trip just for me and you, but those would be short trips. I couldn't leave the boys for more than like a week. Do you know what I mean? Like, I love my kids. I don't want them to be gone. I want them to be around. But if we could all travel together, free of charge, round trip, all I gotta worry about is finances, which, in my reality, my husband just works online. Sure. I'll live that life.
I was not ready to unpack all of this in this
question.
I
I've honestly been talking about it so much, it's not even funny. I wouldn't do it. Maybe I'll do it. I don't know.
But, yeah, because the point of the question
Can we unpack all this later?
Yeah. But...
My answer is the worldwide. I can drive anywhere in the U.S. That's fine. But I want to go and experience other cultures. I want to be immersed in the world that we live in. We're all under this same sky, and I don't know anything about it, and I want to know more. There's so many ways to live. Think about that, Ryan. There's so many ways to live.
Yeah.
All over the place.
I know.
And it's right there. And I'm not experiencing it. I would die for that opportunity.
Once again, I was not ready for that answer.
Well, you unpacked the worm bag.
Got it.
Bag of worm. What? What's the saying?
I don't know that one. A worm bag? I just
No.
know that you unpacked
This is going
it.
south very fast.
You unpacked it. That's all I've heard.
What about you, Sweets?
I definitely think the 4 free round trip tickets internationally sounds amazing. There are perks to both. Like, if we ever wanted to just like take a weekend off, we could do the nice part about the domestic one is if we want to take a weekend off, we could just like hop on a plane and go somewhere
Fly to Arizona
for a weekend.
And it would take a 3.5 hour trip. 3.5 hour trip there, 3.5 hour trip back. That's like driving to Minnesota for a weekend. But
Exactly.
we could just fly to Arizona.
Domestically, yeah. And then we could do that. We go to California.
Yeah, I totally get that.
So,
and the U.S. is honestly, like, I'm not dogging on the U.S. And
there's places we still have to go in the U.S. that we want to
honestly, the U.S. has so much diversity and variety, and the landscape is beautiful. But I want to see more about other cultures and experience.
But if you're telling me that I can get 4 tickets for free every year internationally to anywhere, I mean, that's thousands of dollars on a trip that, like the reason you don't go is because you don't want to pay for the airfare.
Right, that's true.
Like, getting the room and board when you're there, dramatically cheaper. But then as soon as you add the tickets in there, it's like, boom. Now it's like, oh, I don't want to go anymore.
Are you gonna be okay?
Yeah.
You know that John Mulaney skit where he's like, I'm
Talking-
burping through, I'm talking through burps now. That's you right now.
No,
Hiccups.
I had the hiccups and I'm like trying to deep breathe.
I'm sitting over here like, are you going to make it?
I had the hiccups when I was like trying to deep breathe. So, anyways, yeah, I think the international ones, I'm going to have to go with that. Just because of you're right, the variety, the wanting to travel, and then it's just so much, you're saving so much more. Like, realistically, if we got the domestic tickets, we'd probably never use them.
Okay.
All right, I'm done.
Yes, we would use them, but okay.
But 4 times a year, probably.
I would use them. Someone's giving me free tickets. I'm going.
I'm just saying, like...
I'm packing up my babies. If you want to stay here, then you do.
Okay.
Babies will come. I'll be bringing their sunglasses and their little sun hats and swimsuits.
Right?
It'll be great.
It'll be great. It'll be great. It'll be great.
All right, Tigger.
Every time I hear it, I can't. It's in my head. Alrighty, we're signing off.
I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you can play along with friends. And we hope you have a good afternoon, good morning, or good night. Bye!
Bye.